What up, YouTube? What up, fam? Famo, cousin. Uh, Want to do a quick video talking about rage. You versus your rage. Now, what's going on over here? Sorry, easily distracted. But yeah, I'm sitting over in Ohio right now, waiting to pick up a beer load. Hopefully they come scoop me up so I can get out of here. But in the trucking industry, things can throw you into a rage, you know what I'm saying, where you flip out, get agitated, irritated, and, could possibly make a decision that could hurt yourself or who you drive for. And you need to be able to control the rage, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're a black man, because they already see you as a villain. And I have that look, and, of course, the sound of my voice, could intimidate, and I always had this mean, stern look on my face. It's not intentional. It's just, I got it from my father. He always looks that way. And a lot of times, I don't look like I would be a person to smile or carry on a conversation or be funny. Can't help it, just the way I look sometimes, especially when I'm deep in thought. But, when I was younger, I would always let the rage take over. Like, I didn't care the consequences. I didn't care the backlash. I would just let the rage control the situation. And it would be to my detriment a lot of times. So I just want to make a quick video talking about rage. Don't let the rage get you into a situation where you are playing checkers, because checkers is an easy game to win and it's an easy game to lose. Doesn't take much thought, doesn't take much concentration. Not like it does playing chess. When you play chess, you really have to think, steps ahead. You have to have strategy. So it's more of a mentally involved game than it is to play checkers. Some people study chess and it takes them years to master it, while you can teach a child how to play checkers. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, you always want to, try your best to control your emotions, which isn't always easy, especially if you're a black man or woman living in America. It's really not easy. But you always want to think things through. Don't just act off of emotion and let rage set in and take over. Do your best to not let your rage control your day, control your life, control your interaction with people. Have control over that rage. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to do certain things to control your rage, then do that. Whether it be write things down, make a video, talk to someone who can calm you down. Think of a time or a place when you was at your most happiest. Just, do what you can to control the rage, because you don't want to mess up your money. You definitely don't want to mess up your freedom. You don't want to mess up your life, where you could harm someone or be harmed. You just have to really think things through. And it's okay, to step away. Doesn't mean that you're taking a loss. Doesn't mean that you are punk or you afraid or you scared. It's just you're thinking about more than just that moment, because something will lead up to that moment, and then that moment will happen, and then what happens afterwards. You have to constantly be thinking of what will happen if I do this or say this. How will it affect me? And I really think about this because I have another child on the way, and he'll be here in November. And like I said, I was a hothead, and my oldest son is going through his hothead moments. And I know I'm gonna have to fight against that, because I see a lot of him in myself. You know what I'm saying? Well, I see a lot of myself in him, I should say. And even my 2-year-old, even though she's going through terrible twos, I just laugh at her, because it's like, I could see myself in her as well. Like my kids act like me. You know what I'm saying? Like when they rock with you, they rock with you. And when they don't, just leave them alone. You know, and when I was younger, my dad would laugh at me whenever I would shut down and just shut off. And it used to make me so mad. I used to couldn't stand. I'm like, why is he laughing at me? What is so damn funny? Like it would get under my skin. And even to this day, when I have my moments, he just laugh. And, you know, he says, because you my son. You know what I'm saying? And I never really understood that until I had my own kids and started realizing they just acting like their daddy. You know what I mean? Because like I said, my oldest son and my daughter, they act just like me. You know what I mean? And then me and my wife was just texting. And, you know, she was saying that she think the baby going to be a lot like me. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing, you know, because I can be a hothead. And, you know, you got to control the rage, you know, because I've been in some situations where I'm blessed to be here. And I think it goes back to that old saying where, you know, God looks after babies and fools, because I definitely was a fool. You know, I would do some crazy stuff and not care, wouldn't think about the consequences or the aftermath. And it's been to my detriment a lot of times where I'm like, damn, I really should have handled that better, but I let the rage take over. And, you know, now I'm in this situation that I don't even need to be in or shouldn't be in. I apologize about the sunlight. It's been cloudy, but as soon as I start to make this video, here come the sun. So I apologize about all the light. But, yeah, I ain't gonna be here too much longer, so I'm gonna see what I can do about a little bit of that light. But, you know, just try to control the rage. You know what I mean? Don't let it take over. You know, and I don't know if that comes with age. You know, but I know there's a content creator on here that's disliked by a lot of people in the sector that I watch, and it's because of rage. You know, she don't know how to control her rage. She's even admitted that she don't know how to control her rage, and she's not going to. But you have to self-evaluate. You know, every New Year's, I self-evaluate the year and say, hey, was I the best entrepreneur that I could have been? Was I the best worker that I could have been? Did I make the money that I wanted to make? Was I the best husband? Was I the best father? Was I just the best person that somebody don't even know me, you know, would say I was a nice guy? You know what I mean? Because, you know, like I've said before, when you leave here, what will they say about you? You know, were you nice? Were you caring? Were you giving? You know, I don't want people to be at my funeral. Hopefully that's a long time from now, God willing, making up nice things about me because nobody wants to say anything bad about a person at their funeral. I want it to be true. I want them to say, you know, he was a nice guy. You know, he was closed off, but if you really needed him, Kareem would be there. You know, I don't want to be the kind of person that is always into it with people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to always be, you know, the person who 1 minute I'm all right with folks and then the next minute I'm not. People don't know if they can trust me or not because they watch me fall out with other people. You know what I mean? I don't want people that's around me just cheering me on when I'm doing bad stuff. You know, I want people to be able to check me and be like, bro, you wrong for that. You need to chill out. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? This ain't you, you know? I want people around me like that that'll say, listen, I know you're upset, but you need to back up because you're saying things, you're doing things that aren't becoming of you, and we expect more of you. Those are your true friends. Those are your true supporters. Those are the people who really care about you, who are willing to pull you to the side and say, hey, I know you don't like that person. I know you're into it with that person, but let them have it. Let's move on. You know what I mean? And I get it, you know, a lot of times when you feel a way, you're going to let that be known and you're going to stand on it. You know, you're supposed to have principles. You're supposed to have, you know, integrity. But at the same time, don't allow that to put you in a rage. You know what I'm saying? Where you're constantly coming at folks. You constantly have a problem with people. You know, there's got to be more to you than that. Show us that. Show us the person that, you know, may know about this or that. You know, life is about learning and growing. As you get older, you should learn and grow. You know what I mean? And if all we get from you is nothing but the same, then what is there to gain by that? You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, again, you know, you may be on here because, and I'm speaking to content creators, because you found a niche where beefing with somebody is making you money or bringing you views or whatever, but is that all that there is to you? We can't gain nothing else from you. You know what I mean? Like, and why is it that every time you turn around, you're into it with somebody? What does that say about you? What is so wrong with looking in the mirror and saying, you know what did I do to cause this? What did I do for this to be brought up upon me and I got to keep doing this? Where's your self-evaluation? Do you not evaluate yourself? Do you not have a heart? Do you not have morals? Do you not have, a certain standard that you hold yourself to? Like I say, every year I try to evaluate myself and see, am I happy with what I did for 2019? Am I happy with what I did for 2018? Every year you want to try to grow and evolve. At least me personally, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? If you don't care about anything, it doesn't matter, you're going to say whatever you want to say, then what kind of life is that? What does that say about you? How can you be happy like that? I'm just asking questions. I want to know, if you feel like that's normal, I'm telling you it's not. It's really not. And I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm not your therapist. But maybe you should seek that kind of help or, that type of outside evaluation, someone who completely doesn't know you and say, hey, this is what I'm going through. What are your thoughts? Because they may reveal something to you that you didn't even know about yourself that you might be able to change or fix and make you a better person. Sometimes your biggest roadblock in your life is you. Some of us can figure that out on our own. Some of us need help to figure that out. But sometimes your biggest roadblock in your life is simply you. And if you don't look in the mirror and see past what you look like, then you have a problem. Because it's more than just what you look like. It's what you look in that mirror, see about yourself, and feel. It doesn't have to always be bad. It doesn't have to always be good. But there's a balance. There is no perfect person. We're all imperfect. It's the way God made us. You know what I mean? So if you look in the mirror and you see yourself as perfect as everyone else but you, that's a problem. If you look in the mirror and see your weaknesses and your strengths, just work on your weaknesses. Try to turn them into strengths. It may take you time. You may not perfect it every day. But every day that you wake up, you have another chance to work on it just that much more. So, again, the topic of this video is you versus your rage, controlling your rage. Don't be so rageful. You know what I mean? Because, quick little story about me. I was involved with someone, not going to say any names, not going to put nobody out there, that made me very rageful. And they was the type of person that would manipulate you into thinking that it's all you, you're the issue, and that person really made me, question myself, and I had to realize who I was and who I am and be true to myself. And I let that person know it's not me, it's you, because whenever I'm around you, just by you saying certain things to me, just by you acting a certain way towards me, makes me rageful, which lets me know I need to dissociate myself from you. I need to pull away from you. I need to space myself from you. And I don't like pulling away from certain people that I care about. Even though I don't talk to people much, I don't like being around people, I still don't like to pull completely away from people. I just don't like that feeling. You know what I mean? But this person, when I pulled myself away from that person completely, I felt great. I felt amazing. And I told that person, I have never felt so good to no longer be around a person. And I know that was hurtful to that person, but I had to be honest. I'm like, I hated myself when I was around you. I did not like who I was, because just to look at that person, I would feel rage. And that's dangerous to that person and to myself, because all it would take is the right situation on the wrong day for them to say something or do something and make me go into a rage and possibly black out and hurt them or hurt someone else who ain't got nothing to do with it at all. But just because they was in my proximity, I could take it out on them. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to control that rage from that person and fix it. And I would have dreams of snakes when I was dealing with that person and actually the person before them. And, you know, they say when you dream of snakes, it's somebody in your life that you need to remove. They need to be gone out of your space, out of your life space. And so it's funny, when I remove that person out of my life, I stopped having those type of dreams. I used to have dreams also in my past where I was the only one that would die in a dream. And it did not matter how I would try to change it. I could wake up from that nightmare, go back to sleep, and resume the same dream. It was so unreal, and that's why I believe in the universe and the power of the universe, because no matter what happened in that dream, I could save people, I could run, you know, I could defend myself. It did not matter. I was the only one who would die. No one else would die in that dream. And what's crazy about it, it got to a point where people would just stand there and watch me die. It was so eerie and so realistic that there were nights I would wake up in cold sweats from that nightmare. I mean, I even woke up one night yelling. Like, I woke up out of my dream yelling, like screaming. And it was so scary I couldn't get back to sleep. And I maneuvered some things dealing with certain people, certain things, and I haven't had those dreams in a very long time. And I'm very grateful to my wife, because although I still would have dreams, I think it depended on where I was and the energy before that space that I was in. And I mean, like, household wise. Like, if there was bad energy, I think in my dreams, it would have tried to attack me. And my wife, man, I love her because she would be so cool. Like, I would wake up swinging, ready to fight. And she dealt with it. She fought through that with me. And now I sleep peacefully. She don't have to worry about me, you know, waking up swinging on her or nothing like that, you know. And, you know, I think that was all part of rage that is being suppressed. You know what I mean? Like, when we first moved into where we're at now, you know, I was on the road, but she saged the entire place. And I think that made a huge difference, you know, removing all that bad energy. And the love that she gives me, it helps me with my rage. So find someone who will help you, understand you. That's really important. Find someone who understands you, can help you through your rage. Because like I said, sometimes we can catch it on our own, but sometimes we need help. And like, again, that may be from a loved one. It may be from someone you look up to. Just reach out, you know. And yeah, I think that's it for me, y'all. So yeah, I think they're coming to get me. But y'all be easy, be blessed. I love y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for checking me out. Please like and share. Like I said, when I get to 500, I'm gonna pick a random person in my comments and give them $100. So, you know, get me up to 500 subscribers and drop your Cash App in the video that I do. I'm gonna do a video pertaining to dropping your Cash App. When I do that drop your Cash App video, drop it in the comments. I'm gonna scroll through, pick somebody, and that person will win $100. All right. So again, y'all be blessed, be easy, stay safe, and I'll holler at y'all on the next one.